Hey everybody, tonight we are going to be discussing the story of Moses. Um, a lot of people know the story of Moses. It's like the first big story that everybody talks about. They made a movie over it, they made another movie over it, and a lot of people use that story um, universally. Now, what I want to talk about with Moses is like who he was. So Moses was actually a Jew. He was born a Jew. And at the same time he was born, there was a death decree that there were to kill all newborn sons, okay? If you were the first son. Now, that death decree was why the mother of Moses had him go down the stream because she knew that if she was to get caught with him, he would die. And she didn't want that for her child. Now, who ended up finding Moses? Pharaoh's daughter. Now, Pharaoh's daughter, she knew that he was a Jewish boy. And the reason why she knew he was a Jewish boy was because there was a law about circumcision. Okay? And she could tell by looking at him that he was a Jew. All right? And so she took him in and she had her midwives take care of Moses, not her midwives. And Pharaoh Pharaoh found out about all this, and as Moses grew up, as most of you know, he killed a man. Well, he killed a man because they killed his brother, okay? And so he fled out of Egypt into Mount Sinai, and that's where he kind of reinvented his life and became a sheep herder and met his wife and had children and all that jazz. Okay? Now, while he's herding his sheep, everybody knows the story where he goes and find where he doesn't he's herding his sheep and he sees that there's a burning bush. And that burning bush calls out his name, calls out his name three times. Let him know, Moses, Moses, Moses. Like, I'm talking to you. Okay? And then what happens is at this burning bush, he's given a vision. In that vision, he's told, I want you to go back down to Egypt where you just fled from. Okay? And it's been a minute since you fled. And I want you to go down there and tell Pharaoh to let my people go, to let all the Jews go. Let my people go. And Moses is like, I have a speech impediment. My brother or my cousin Aaron, he'll be much better off doing this than me. And and he was like, no, like I want you to do it. And when you go down there, he was like, well, when I go down there, like, what am I gonna say? Who are they gonna say? Like, when I say who sent me, you know? And he tells them, like, you say, I am. Like, I am. It's Aya Asher Aya. I will to be what I will to be. And he said, here, take the staff. You take your staff down there and you go down there and show them and tell them that I sent you. And he said, but when they ask your name, okay, what do I say your name? Who sent me? How will I know? There's tons of gods down there. Moses said that there were tons of gods down there. And that how was we going to be able to convince them that God really sent him? What is your name? Okay? And that's one big point that I want to bring out. So Moses brought in the aspect of the name. Like what? Because it proves something. It proves how Pharaoh and the way the people down in Egypt were thinking. There's many gods. There's God of rain, God of sun, God of water, God of whatever, you know what I'm saying? God of fire. And so they're like, I'm not gonna believe you, and I'm gonna kill you because I know that you fled. Like, what you about to get me in trouble. So basically, he tells them his name. His name is Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh. And they took that out of the King James, and we'll get to that. Okay, because a lot of people don't even know a lot about the name. So that's a whole nother topic. But we're just gonna talk about Moses right now. So he basically goes down to Egypt and he tells Pharaoh. Pharaoh's like, I don't believe you, da da da, prove it. And what does he do? He throws his staff down on the ground. It turns into a snake. He throws his staff down again, or the rod turns back into a snake. He throws it down again, turns back into a snake. So they're like, whoa, like, this is serious. Like, this is really sent from the divine that I must let these people go. Like, and so what does Pharaoh do? He's like, all right, fine, go. Hurry up and go. But he's still mad, like, nah, I ain't about to just let them go. So he started rounding up his people, like, come on, we about to go. We about to go get them. We about to go kill them. We about to go capture them before they get across the Red Sea. And what's going on is Moses is getting everybody together so that they can go through the Red Sea. Now, once they go to the Red Sea, everybody knows the waters part and divide, and they walk through on land. That's supposedly how it went down. We're gonna get all into everything. So don't think that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and this is how I gotta tell you so that we can get to one point, and then when I do another video, I can get to another point so you can connect the dots, okay? Because I know some people that know stuff and they're gonna be like, well, that's not true. It is true, but we know how the Bible is. So they walked through, and then they went into Mount Sinai. And in Mount Sinai, they were looking for food, they were struggling, they was going through some stuff, and then people started talking in Moses's ear, telling him like we should have just stayed down in Egypt in bondage and as slaves. At least we was getting fed, at least we had this or that. And it's like, dang, like they was not even seeing how Moses risked his life literally to get them out of this bondage so that they could be free. And so Moses and Aaron and Moses's most loyal servant and the 70 elders all go to the mount, okay? And then it's just Moses that goes up to the top of the mount. They wait down there. And he talks. He talks to God, okay? He's having a divine vision. And basically tells God, like, look, none of these people care anymore. They want to go back. They mad at me. Like, what can I do? And Yahweh says, I want you to build a tabernacle, a, a tabernacle in the middle of Mount Sinai. And around this tabernacle, I want you to build 12 different houses for all 12 different tribes of Israel. And he told him how he wanted it to look, okay? He said, I want a court roundabout. So we're going to draw real quick what that kind of would look like. I'm going to try my best to draw it. So he says, I'm going to erase this right now. I want you to have, so that would be, okay. So he said, I want you to build a tabernacle, a place for them to worship me in the middle of Mount Sinai. Hold on for just a second. I got to get my cord. All right. So, sorry to charge that. So this is basically what it would look like. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. So he told Moses that I want you to go ahead and have them help you build this. All right. This tabernacle here. And the 12 tribes around it. Now, this tabernacle, he told them, you're going to have a court roundabout. That's this. Then inside the court roundabout, so this would be the entrance right there. And then this is the court roundabout where they down here basically sacrifice the animal and the four corns of blood. So they had to do a sacrifice. This is where the commandments came in, if people didn't know that. So there aren't 10 commandments. There's like over 600, okay? And I don't know why Christians only took 10, but there's over 600 commandments that took place back then. And they had to do these rituals over and over and over again. And this is how they worshiped and praised Yahweh. This is how they praised God. Okay, and this is how Yahweh told them they had to praise him to be saved, to get food, to get anything. Now, after they killed and slaughtered the animal, right here is where they had to wash the animal. Okay, I'm going to actually put a D there because they kill it, so it's dead. And then they wash it. All right. Then after they wash it, then you go ahead right here, and this is the door. The door into the next part of the tabernacle, which is the holy place. All right. And then right here, there's veils that are like violet and purple and red and blue. And that's the veil. So I'm going to put veil before you get over to the most holy place. All right. Now, there's a veil here as well. Now, let's talk about the things that were in each section. So right here in this section, you got the incense. There was a special combination. Of 7 different types of incense that that they had to let off. And they would say that they would do these incense because of the smell. Okay, the smell of the burning of the animal. So that they would light these incense. Then they would have 7 candles on the lampstand right here. And I'll put an L for light. Then they would have the bread, the shoe bread right here. All right, now I'm trying to show you this because a lot of people don't know this. They don't know this. And you want to know this. This stuff is deep. Okay? So when into the most holy place, you have the Ark of the Covenant with the archangels Gabriel and Michael right here. And then inside the Ark of the Covenant is where they wrote the law. Now, there was everything was synchronized in this tabernacle. And there was one body in there that was working throughout the tabernacle, and that was Aaron, Moses' brother. And he was working inside the tabernacle. Okay? It's a lot, y'all, so I'm trying. This is all off the top of the dome. So I'm trying my best. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is how they had to operate this. Aaron worked throughout this tabernacle, but he had to do it by time. He had to do it a certain way. Okay? So the way that Aaron did it is he would go up in here at like 3 p.m. and light, and then he would, he would have to come back down. Then he would come back up. Then he would go back down. And then he would come back up. Okay? I don't want to mess up my drawing because I'm using dry erase, so I don't want to do a lot of marks on top of it. But essentially, if you go in your Bible where this is happening, I believe Genesis and Exodus, I believe, Aaron ended up making the infinity 8 symbol on this chart as he's going through this tabernacle. He ends up doing that in his movements. Okay? This is super keen, super important. If you end up watching my channel long enough to see more knowledge and content, it's all going to come together. But I can only give bits and pieces of my vision because it will be too overwhelming for you. So this is the tabernacle that they instructed them to build. Now, these were the 12 different tribes around the tabernacle, each given a different name. All right? Now, based off of this name that was given, do you know the names that was given for these tribes? These are the same names of the children of Jacob. Okay? Like Benjamin, Nephiel, Ashar. I don't know all of them because there's 12 of them in a different language. Okay? I'm not that type of person who just remembers shit like that. Okay? I can remember stuff that I've seen in a vision, but I don't know all that. Okay? I do know their names. I've written them all down. I have them on a piece of paper. I've studied it before off the top of the dome. I don't know all these kids' names. Okay? So don't, but I'm not misguiding you. You can look it up. So basically, what happened is they had to work through it. Only Aaron could go in here. Only Aaron could go in here and work this throughout. And he had to do it on a certain time for it to work. Now, what I want to get to is, why is this important? Why should we care about this tabernacle? Well, right now, people are talking about chakras. why are chakras big? That's just another simplicity to the grand scheme of things. It's just another thing. But people are so stuck on like, oh, the chakras, the chakras, the chakras. Y'all know nothing about no chakras. Y'all don't know nothing about no chakras. You don't know where that come from. You do not know where that come from. You do not know. You do not know. So where does it come from? So first, down here where they had to do this sacrifice, this burning, this is associated with the root chakra. The root chakra is associated with your lower tailbone area, which is also down here where the burning is happening in your stomach, where it's breaking down all that food. Right here, that sacrifice. The water, the cleansing, your kidneys, right here. And that would be your what? Your sacral. You ever, like, you have like some women get UTI and all that infection because your waste done mixed, that bacteria done mixed up with the cleanliness in your kidneys, and now it's all messed up. Okay, it didn't wash it out, so now your kidneys messed up. So this is your sacral right here. Now this is what's so important because a lot of people don't understand what's going on right now during the pandemic. People talk about the 5D and all that, and they want to say, well, the 5D, you open up your heart chakra. Okay, yeah. What does that mean? Know your Bible. So going through the door, this is the door. And you know that's where they say Yahshua, or some people say Jesus, where he resides at, in the heart. So when you go through the door, that bread and that 7 incense, you know you got 7 of those tubes around the heart. And the bread is supposed to be symbolic of the heart, of the comfort. So right here, that's where you have your heart chakra. Then you got 7 in the light. That's all in that area, to bringing out that light. See, you thought I didn't know stuff. Now, so we got the root, the sacral. Oh, I missed something. Look, my bad. The solar plexus. So this door right here, this door is your solar. I literally said it. Like I brought up the door and then I didn't write anything there. My bad. So the door is that gateway in, all right, before you get to the heart. And a lot of people are at the door right now, and it's showing because the door is where tarot lies. And that's why I told somebody the other day that I'm going to be stopping doing tarot soon, because I'm hindering, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hindering my own self because I'm trying to help y'all. And I can't, because once you up here, I can't help y'all that's down here at the door trying to get in. If you're not ready, you're not ready. And it's gonna hurt us people that are already ascended. It's gonna hurt us, okay? And us light workers and people that have been doing stuff for a while, we knew it was coming down to that point. All right. Carry on. I'm moving on right now. So we got the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart, and then right above the heart, you have the law, because you got to go through that veil. So once you get, this is the thing, people talking about the veil People talking about the veil is so thin, like we can see it, lift up your veil. A lot of y'all is not even at the point of the veil. Like some of y'all is still here at this solar plexus trying to get in the door. And you're talking about the veil is so easy. The veil is past the heart chakra. You have to completely open that and experience that before you can even go ahead and get through the veil. And that takes knowledge. All right, that don't take you just experiencing opening the heart chakra. That's actually understanding it. That's when you can say you've lifted the veil. So once you have lifted the veil, you're gonna move in here to where the Ark of the Covenant is. The Ark of the Covenant, I told you the law was there. Well, what's the law? That's your throat chakra. That's where you speaking your truth. That's in the law. We all got our own law. Okay, you got a physical law that they telling you to do, but what you do, what you stand 10 toes on, that is your law. That's your law. And so that is your throat chakra. All right, I'm so excited I'm actually getting this because I'm an artsy fartsy person. I'm all over the place. So this is like I'm just gonna pat myself on the back because like I'm doing this like now. Once you get through the throat chakra, here we go. We've got the Gabriel, Michael and Gabriel. Okay, two, but see as one. Okay, and I'm gonna put right here that all-seeing eye right here. So that is obviously your third eye chakra. And that is where like Michael and Gabriel, in a sense, like they could say that's this on this shoulder and this on this shoulder. You could say it's this eye and this eye, and then your third eye. But in more of a sense, Michael and Gabriel were two different types of angels. One was centered around more messages and writings and emotional type of things. The other one was more based on action, or it was a more action oriented type of angel. And this sense is with your third eye is all about having discernment. When you have true discernment, you can see the white and black and know what gray you truly believe in and what you know to be true based off of the discernment that you made from white and the discernment that you made from black. That's the double sword. So once you get past that third eye, that last one up here at the top is that crown. And that's when you've lifted that final veil with the third eye and you're ready for true ascension. All right, and the reason why this is so important that you know why this is the chakras is because there's more knowledge behind this. And I'm gonna leave a cliffhanger because I don't want to go over 30 minutes. But once you see this and how this is operating, I know this looks crazy from right now, and I don't know if I can like bring it bring this closer. A little bit. Sorry. Um, Here's the cliffhanger. There's 12 tribes around it. How many things do you know of 12? I know a clock, which is time. What else operates this? There are 12 zodiacs, 12 children, 12 tribes, 12 disciples. And the list goes on. What does this really mean? What are we really aligning with? That's what you need to ask yourself. People keep saying we aligning with the divine. How you aligning with something you don't know nothing about? You don't even know how he's setting you up to align. That's what this channel is about. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I want to know what you have to say about this. I pour my heart out into this this little drawing. So peace, love, and light, and thank you for watching.